Oh yeah, Elijah. Morning. Can you hear me? Hello. Hello. Elijah, can
Hello.
you hear me?
Yes, I can hear you.
Good morning.
Good morning, please. How are you doing?
I'm fine. How are you as well?
I'm doing very great. Thanks, please.
Welcome. Welcome. Do you think we should start or would you wait a bit for the others?
I think we should wait a bit.
Alright, that's fine. Yeah. Hello?
Yeah, I can hear you. Yeah, I was going to say that when you speak, I'll be able to hear you, but I don't know if maybe I can talk ultra because like around this place, I'm on my way to school as well, so the background noise.
Oh, okay, 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 okay.
Yeah, but I can hear you. Actually.
What time is it out there?
It's 40 right now,
Uh,
and they kept my family medicine class at 8 a.m. Yeah, but I can hear you though, like I am, but maybe the background noise. Yeah.
yeah, the background noise is fine. Okay, that's fine. But Elijah, can you at least see my screen?
Yeah, yeah.
Good stuff. Okay, I think we can start now. Doesn't matter. Okay, so this is the listening test, yeah? I don't know what exactly you know about the listening test. Have you done it before? And are you there, Elijah?
I yeah.
I was asking if you've done the listening test before. At least have you done it before?
Yeah, I've done one,
One, right?
but it was really confusing.
Okay, good. Okay.
I think that's one they're giving directions or so, like to go.
That's the maps, yeah, given direction. So that's what we're gonna do today. Right, I put it there because it's one of the most difficult. People always have trouble with it. Great. Okay, so the listening test, right, is 40 questions, right? Basically, your IELTS listening, IELTS reading is all 40 questions. It used to be longer, the listening test. It was, I think, 40 minutes before or so. But now it's 30 minutes, right? If you're writing on paper, you'd have additional 10 minutes to transfer your answers to the answer sheet. But if you were writing on the computer, right? Um, you would have 2 minutes. Oh,
I can't see the screen anymore.
yeah, I'm sorry. I'm really sorry. I think I don't know what happened. My computer just. So I'm gonna start again. All right, I'll start sharing the screen again. And let me know when you start seeing the screen. I hope it's better now.
Yeah.
Okay, so like I was saying, that the listening test. Sorry, welcome. Uh, welcome, welcome. I just accepted somebody, but I didn't see the name. But you're very welcome.
James.
Yeah, James. Yeah, true. Welcome, James. Okay, good. So,
Yeah, I
yeah.
just woke up. Actually, I didn't know there was a class.
Oh, I know, right? But at least it's good. It's still good to have you around, isn't it? It is.
Yeah,
Yeah,
very good.
good stuff. So yeah, the list we just started, so it's good. The listening test used to be longer than 30 minutes, but now it's 30 minutes because they don't repeat most of the instructions anymore just to lessen the time frame. So if you're writing on the paper, if you're doing the test on the paper, you'd have 10 minutes to transfer your answers to an answer sheet. But if you were writing on the computer test on the computer, right, you would have just 2 minutes. You'd have just 2 minutes. You have just 2 minutes. The 10 minutes is more than enough for the paper test. Trust me, you would even transfer your answers and you'd be waiting and be looking in people's faces. The only problem is that if you missed something, you cannot remember it. Right? Because So you'd only hear the audio once, and that's the thing. So you have to be very attentive, right? It's about your attention span. How good are you? Good are you at keeping your attention focused? And normally you would hear a variety of accents of native speakers. You're normally going to hear British for one, that's for sure. You'd hear American as well. You might also hear New Zealand. About the test why I had New Zealand. And that is why you even have to be more attentive because the New Zealand accent is way different from the British and the American. It's quite annoying. Australian is fine, Canadian is fine, but the New Zealand accent is a bit slippery. I don't know if you guys understand what I mean by slippery, but it just slips through your ears and then you just find out that, oh, it was that, what was said, what just happened here, right? But it's not common. The common ones are British, American, and Canadian. And under the British, you could get like several types because it's not just one type. Uh, you could get Irish, sort of Scottish, or English, so blah blah blah. Any type you could get, but they would always make sure that it's at least clear for you guys to hear. And normally you'd hear conversations between people, or you might hear a monologue. So who can tell me? Who knows what a monologue is? What is that? Does anybody have an idea what a monologue is? So monologue is basically the opposite of a dialogue. So what is a dialogue? A dialogue is a conversation between two people, right, or more than one person. So a monologue is when you're talking to yourself, literally, right? So yet again, it's a new word for us. You can always use a dictionary to check out monologue. And the topics could be everyday setting or academic, right? So there's a variety or different types of questions and listening. It ranges from multiple choice. You might have to complete a form. You might have to complete a table. You might have to complete a note. You might have to complete a sentence or short question answers. Right. And then the candidates for IELTS Academic and IELTS General do the same listening test. There's no disparity out there. So they don't discriminate. They don't change anything for you guys. So there's no test of disparity out there, okay? Yes, so there are 4 sections and there's 40 questions. So if there are 4 sections and 40 questions, all right, section 1, section 2, section 3, and you have to do that in 30 minutes. So normally section 1, this is like, this is for sure what happens in the listening test. Always, section 1 is going to be 2 people in an everyday social context, okay? So always the first section is going to be 2 people. So either somebody's talking about a trip or it's just like it's every day or buying a visa. No, sorry, I mean buying a visa. I'm saying buying a ticket to another country or trying to travel or buying a table. It's just like every day. So you call, it's like a call us and at the end. So there's a conversation between 2 people and in day-to-day life. Okay. So be mindful of that or keep that in mind. Okay, that's what you're always gonna hear. 2 people conversating. Conversing, that's how this would say. So it's conversating or conversing. And the second one is a monologue, right? So remember what I said about a monologue, right? A monologue is basically one talking to themselves, or maybe they're talking for others to listen, but they are the sole focus of the test. So there's one person, and they could be talking about local facilities, like probably a gym facility, or probably a market or some sort of shopping facility. Okay. And so this is mostly where you have the trouble. This is where you have to you find things like the maps, the plan, the diagrams, because it it could probably be a tour guide, and the tour guide is talking about the plan of the right, or it could be some sort of tourist attraction center, and it's trying to map out or give a direction to others. So this is when you listen. And the third one is a conversation between up to 4 people in an educational or training context. So it could be like a university tutor or teacher or lecturer, and then like 3 students discussing an assignment. So it's mostly like more than two, like 2 to 4 people. It could be two, it could be three, it could be four, but it's definitely not one. Okay. So this one is also tough, right? Because you'll be hearing different people talking at the same time, but they're coming in, right? Not necessarily interjecting themselves, but they're taking turns in talking. Okay. And then final one happens to be quite a very calm and doable section is section 4. It's monologue. So it's when you hear a lecturer, right, giving a lecture or a teacher giving a lecture on an academic subject. Okay. So it's, the last and final section is always about a lecture. Just keep that in mind. You're gonna hear a lecture. It's probably gonna be about birds, how they migrate. It's gonna be about probably uh, an ethnic group, aborigines in Australia. It could be anything, like very educative topics, or how do you call it? Whatever. It could be anything. History. It's about more. It could be about history. It could be about sociology. Anything out there. Okay, it's just a lecture. Keep this in mind. Each section is heard only once. Okay, always keep that in mind. So don't try to wander away in your thoughts. Right? Don't try to fantasize. You need to keep your focus out there on the test, because when you lose focus, you're not going to hear it anymore, fortunately. You just have to move on and make sure it doesn't happen again. So if you guys are hearing me, that is just my brief um, intro about the listening test. Hope this gives you at least an idea of what you guys are going to face out there. Okay. And give you the confidence to get your score. So let's just get right into it, or get straight into it, to our topic of the day, which is well, monologue, right? It's a monologue. It's just monologue in everyday social context. Section 2-ish, right? It could be section 2, I'm sure. Let's see if I'm right. Okay, let me just open the file. There we go. Mhm. There we go. Okay, good stuff. Yeah, ready? Section 2 or part 2, okay? There we go. Can you guys see the screen?
Yes.
Good. So this is the map where you give the directions, right? So IELTS IELTS listening is almost like oral English, isn't it? Back in school. But the only difference is that it's more international, right? Um, so I'm trying to zoom in so you guys understand this. I wanted you, for listening, right? There's not much I can do about talking. I'll just give you guys a guide. I don't know what to do, and then you have to test yourselves or keep practicing. The only way to get better at listening is to keep practicing with too many audios. There are books that come with audios, and then you just play and then you mark yourself. Okay. So when you get a diagram like this, first of all, look at the topic, what it says. It says recreation ground of the proposed changes. This one here is normally a continuation of this one, right? So it's about a local council reporting on da 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 da. So when you get a diagram like this, the first thing you want to do is look at the keys, the directional keys. Okay, there are 2 directional keys. There's one at the top here which it says, so you like to call it, some people can call it a cardinal point as well, right? It's fine. Or the compass, right? So it's NESW. Who can tell me what that means? What does that mean? Does anybody have an idea? Someone say something. What does this mean? Someone unmute and tell me what this means. What is this? The cardinal keys. What does this mean? Right here. Anybody there? too quiet. Can you guys hear me though?
No.
Yeah, I can hear you.
Okay, good. So,
Look
uh,
at that.
okay. So what the N means is north, and then E means east, and then S means south, and then W means west. Okay, so because this is a map, so you need like directional guides. Okay, so when the person is talking during the listening test, right, you have to keep focus and know that when he says something like, "Oh, it's let's say F," right? So let's say F is like let's say a toilet facility or it's a mobile toilet. It's talking. It's like, well, F is tucked away or is hidden away in the trees. You might say something like it is northeast, right? It's tucked away in the trees, northeast of the park. So you can see that F is almost like in the northeastern direction, right, of the trees. So it gives you an idea. Okay. So he's referring to this. So always keep in mind the cardinal points, okay, or the compass is very beneficial, very beneficial. So, for example, he might not, let's say B, he might not tell you exactly what B is. Let's say B is a garage, right? He will not tell you that B is a garage per se. He might just say it's something, but then he'll say it's south to A, right? Or it's located on the south of A, or immediately, or it borders A on the south. So that alone should give you an idea. Okay, where is my south, right? So according to what they've given you here, south is towards the bottom, right? North is towards the top, east is towards the right, west is towards the left, as usual. Then you know if he says B is so south to A, so it gives you an idea, right? Or not B, but whatever it is that is there, like a garage. So the garage is south to this, and then you know always B that he's referring to B. Okay, and this is another key as well. It just says the footpath. Right, this is the footpath. Right. So over here, when would you need this? When he says something like, "Well, you'd have to walk," so you'd have to walk there. So if he tells you you'd have to walk there, it means that he's referring to this footpath because you cannot walk anywhere else. So maybe he's talking about uh, let's say he's talking about E, right? So he'll say something like, well, if E is, let's say E is a market, he'll say you'd have to walk to the river, right? And then look towards your right. Or he might say it is opposite A, right? Or he would say it's south again to the river on the eastern side, right? So this is the river and this is the south. The bottom of the river is the south side. So if you want to do like some logical analysis, this E, which is the market, is on the right side per se, and A is on the left side, right? So there are ways he could say this. He can either say E is opposite to A, right? Or he could use the compass in a complex way for you guys. So it's all about attention. Hope you guys get what I meant. Do you get what I meant? Or do you get what I mean? What is happening today? Okay. Hello, are you guys there? Anybody there?
Yeah, man.
Good, good. So, do you guys have any questions so far? Or would you guys like me to repeat something if you didn't understand? I'm always happy to do that for you, repeat for you guys.
For now, I understand.
Okay, good.
Hello.
Yes.
Yeah.
Did you have a question for me, James? Silence means okay. So yeah, so basically keep that in mind, okay? Use the compass, maintain your
Okay.
hello. I think James, your internet connection is not too strong. And what's happening here?
No, I'm able to. I'm not.
Okay. That's fine. So I think my file just went off, or just quit on me. So what I'm gonna do is I'm gonna try and open it again. Sorry about that, guys. I just quite important. Let me just run that quickly. I wanted you guys to practice that one. I don't know what you guys think about that. Are you able to do that? Do your circumstances permit you to do that? I wanted you guys to just practice that part of the listening, not the full test. Right? Because the full test is going to be quite a challenge, I should say. Are we already in it?
Right now.
Yep, right now. It's just going to take like roughly 10 minutes-ish. So where's this thing? Okay, here we go. So yeah, this is it, right? So one thing I nearly forgot, oh you guys, it's because I remembered, is starting point, entry point in all the maps or diagrams like this or directions. There's always a starting point. If you get your starting point right, the chances of you failing this section would be very low, right? If you get your starting point, there's always a starting point. So from the map here, it looks like our starting point is here, right here, over here. Bit community hall. You can see this entry space. So he would normally start from there, okay? And then he's going to start in this order: new car park, new cricket pitch, children's playground. So when he starts, he's going to start right from here. And then so the next thing you're going to hear, or the next direction is going to hear is all the new car park where it is. You could say, well, you start off from the entry, blah, 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 and it's immediately to your right on the east, or whatever he would say, okay? And then you just know that, yes, there's the car park, right? Or he might say, or you go past the community hall, right? When you go past the community hall, and it might be somewhere, okay? So two things to keep in mind: starting point. If you don't have a starting point for this, you would never know. It's just like you're just listening and then nothing is happening. It's just going through your ear and is heading out from the other ear as well. Okay, nearly missed that. It's very important. This is like how you break through this, right? It's like, it's not very difficult when you understand the format or when you understand what to do, right? So with what I've given you, so you guys are able to practice a lot of these types, right? You should be good. Okay, these ones will definitely be a bit more challenging for you than the other ones because it's high order thinking, right? It's like really high order thinking. Lots of people don't like these things, but when you understand what to do, it's very easy. Okay, it's doable. It's very doable. It's very doable. Right. Good. I once had a 9 in listening, and the one I got, I remember was, I think it was a New Zealand accent. That was one of the most horrible accents I ever had. It was fine, but I mean, I just had to keep my concentration all throughout. All right. So I mean, it's doable. Yeah. So always keep that in mind. Starting point, okay? Starting point is very important. You always start from here. So this is the road. You can see there's a road. So it's more definitely you're entering from right here, and then you take it off from there, or you take it out from there. Good, 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 good. And so let me just summarize what I said. Things to look up for a directional map or a map sort of plan, right? Don't take anything on the map for granted, okay? So something like this, it says road and it says river, right? And it gives you the compass and it gives you the key and it gives you a field. Don't ignore those things because they're very important. Don't take anything for granted in this thing because he's going to use all of them, right? He might say, well, when you our entry is would enter the park from the road. So it means that this is definitely the entry point, right? And then you go past the community hall, right next to the field is where the children's playground is. So where is that? He tells you right next to the field. But then because you didn't analyze your thing, you're wondering, where's the field? But the field is here on the left side. This is the field right here. Where my cursor is. It's just right next to it. It could be either what, B or C. But then he'll definitely say something else that would eliminate one of them and make sure that is the other one, right? And also here at the top of the northern side is the river. So all these are good landmarks, okay? These are landmarks for you. The field is a landmark worth paying attention to, and the same goes for the road and the river. Okay? Don't take them for granted, please. And the community hall, anything that is written is very good. Okay? So keep that in mind. And then entry, take note of your landmarks and make sure you stick to your compass. Very important. Okay. Yeah, that is the only way you can how do you call it? Understand, right? Or get a good grip of your directional uh, diagram or map. Good. So tell me how you guys are feeling about just having a go, right? So I don't think it's gonna take less than 5 minutes, probably. It's gonna be quick. You guys want to try? Are you guys able to try? And that's another thing as well. It's one thing trying and one thing being able to try or being or having the right circumstances to try. Are you guys ready? You have your pens and papers out there.
I think James is gone or something.
Oh, James left. See, I wasn't because I was very engrossed in trying to help you guys understand. Let's hope he comes back. James is gone. James is gone. James is gone. James. But if we were to do it, are you able to, Elijah?
The noise will be it will be a bit disturbing.
Yeah, it'll be
Yeah.
distracting. So what can I do for you then? Would you do it and send it? How did you guys do it the other time?
I can do it and send it. If I get the audio, I'll be able to.
You can do it and send it, right? Okay. How am I gonna do that? Let's see if I can. Let me see if I can screenshot. Let's see, screenshot. Wait for its progress. Successful part two. Oh yeah, I'm just trying to figure out how to see if this is the right one, and then I'll figure out how to send it across to you. All these bogus things I don't need. Like, dude, no, I don't need all these. Jeez.
Part 2. You will hear a town councillor reporting on the local transport network and a recreation facility. First, you have some time to look at questions 11 to 14.
Are you able to? Did you hear the video, the audio? Sorry. I tried to play the audio. Oh, I was wondering if you heard it. Are you there, James? Sorry, Elijah. Are you there?
I am here.
Yeah, I was saying I tried to play an audio. Did you hear that one?
Yes, I heard it.
Okay. I'll Since you're not able at the moment, I'll just probably have to put it in the file section for you.
I think James said he was trying to join again, but he cannot join. I don't know why.
Oh, really? Oh,
On the
yeah.
WhatsApp group.
My phone is on mute, so I'm not. Oh. Let me see if I could. So what did you score the other time when you did the listening? Do you remember what you got? Over 40. Are you there? Mm. Well, I don't know why he's having troubles, honestly, because I'm not. Uh, oh, anyway, so tell me, Elijah, what do we do? What do we do then? So I think we've agreed that. Is he trying to join? Okay. Can you hear me?
Yeah, I can hear you.
Yeah, so what do we do? Do we wait for him?
Uh, will he be able to join?
Honestly, I don't know. I just had to send the link one more time to him, and then we'd see. We would see. We would see. We would see. So if I'm able to drop the file, would you see it? If I add it to um the Microsoft Teams app, I'm gonna put the file there. Would you be able to access it?
Yeah. I'm part of the system, so I'll be able to access it.
Yeah, but do remember that you have to play only once, okay? You do yourself a disadvantage if you play more than
Alright.
one, because you don't benefit really from the exam setting. All right, then you can send me the um what you got. Okay. I think you did it the other time, right? I don't know who you did it with. Was it with Jerry?
Yes. That's with Jerry.
Okay. Hmm. Great. On there. I think I can just. What's happening? So my screenshot will definitely be around here. It appears to be this one. So I just uploaded one of the things, the listening button. I don't know if you can see, but it should be there for you. And then I'm gonna put another one there as well, which is
Okay.
the um the audio. Let's see what we get. Get by this one. Hang on. Dun, 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 dun. Test 4.2. That was it. There we go. Okay. So all done. You have done my part for you, and then you need to upload the files out there for you to benefit from it. So try, and when you're free, just have a go, okay? Just test it out and see. Test out to see your prowess in listening. Okay. Are you there?
Yeah, man. I heard you.
Find it. Try hunting it, okay? Okay, so I think that'll do it for listening. I want you guys to actually uh practice that one and then another one because there's another one there too. Then but
Okay.
looks like uh we have some unforeseen circumstances or circumstances beyond our control, unpredictable circumstances. So there's this other type like this one where you'd have to match. So it's called matching. All right, ours is another one we're trying to going to do, but I mean, we just probably have to leave that one for another time. This one is also very difficult, but we'll leave it for another time. So you'd have the, yeah, here we go. So that'll be it. Any questions for me? You have any questions while listening? Or do you have any questions about any other thing? Listening is part of our day-to-day activity as human beings. We listen to others talk, don't we? You listen to your teachers and all that. The only point is that this time you're gonna have to mark when you're listening. So the only way you can get perfect, so you can
Okay.
get good with this is to practice. Practice, and try to avoid all these kind of broken English slash non-English slash vernacular slash pidgin slash whatever leading
Alright.
leading up to your exam. It wouldn't help you. It's going to distort your thinking, and you might find out you might have to you might be doing that in the exam. Okay,
Okay. Okay.
for IELTS, like get yourself ready to get yourself acquainted with English. You can watch things like Friends, right? It's very good.
Yeah, that series.
Yes, Friends is perfect. There's a latest one actually. It's called The Reunion. I don't know if you've watched it. That's
No.
one for you. It was that one last year. That was 2021. And
Wow.
actually in Ghana as well. So you see some Ghanaians. Uh, they were at the Black Star Square. So there were some two ladies that were from Ghana. So literally, they're all old now, right?
Yeah.
Yeah, they're all grown now. So what was the name? Jennifer Aniston,
Yeah. Yeah. Yeah.
and all of them, uh, Chandler, and all of them, they're all grown. So they just had to meet up, right, and then look back into the past, right? And so they try to connect with fans from like different parts of the globe, and it's really riveting or shocking to know that people were actually watching them from different parts of the world. So they were just connecting with different people, and then Ghana was on the list as I think for Africa. So you'd see our fellow Ghanaians out there at the Black Star Square telling how they used to watch Friends when they were kids and da 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 da. So I think I'll suggest that for you, okay? And don't just watch it, watch and concentrate and listen,
Okay.
okay? Yeah,
Right. Okay.
hopefully from it. Trust me. Good. Good. Okay. Yes, so that will be it for today. You've got friends on your hand.
Right. Right.
And I'll Okay, Elijah's. Yeah, hello?
Yeah, I'm here.
Yeah, sorry. I thought somebody was trying to join, but it's fine. So that'll be it for today. Thank you. I'll,
Thank you.
I'll wait
Alright.
for the assignment, okay?
Okay, sure. All right. Thank you.